What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Aaron Glenn spoke with the media earlier today, and we are still doing the fight, still doing the gimmick about who the starting quarterback will be. Now, Aaron Glenn has kind of been saying all week long, I'm not telling you who the starting quarterback is. I want to have a competitive advantage. Well, the New York Jets beat and Aaron Glenn had a back and forth today over the starting quarterback and who is going to play on Sunday. I kind of want to play the full thing. It's a little bit of a longer clip. It's over a minute, but I think it's worth it for you to have the full context of the exchange because it wasn't like a one question thing. It was a legitimate back and forth. So here is the full back and forth between Aaron Glenn and the media.
If there was a game today, could Tyrod Taylor physically play?
He is limited. All right, today, and he is questionable, and I like the way those guys are trending.
So are you able to tell us who's going to? Can you tell?
I cannot tell you that.
But is it because you don't want to, or because?
That's exactly it.
But with Tyrod's situation questionable, doesn't that play into this potentially?
That's exactly why I'm not telling you, because I don't want to.
No, but I understand that. But I mean, is it partly because of the injury?
That's exactly why I'm saying it, because I don't want to.
Does the
I don't know how many times I got to answer you that. It's not going to change.
Do the players know who the quarterback is?
That's going to be between me and the players.
Does, I guess, not knowing how secretive it is, does it affect the preparation at all for the game?
We had a great week of practice with our guys. Our guys know we're going to keep that between us, and that's how it's going to be.
And the starter's gotten the normal reps the starter would get before.
That's between me and the team.
Aaron, you've talked about you wanted the competitive advantage is the reason why you don't want to reveal the quarterback. Like when you were a defensive coordinator preparing for a team that wasn't saying who the quarterback was going to be, like did you actually feel that was?
It was tough. I went through that in Detroit when it was Malik Willis and Jordan Love. And I thought LaFleur did a really good job of not saying who that quarterback was, and we had to prepare for both of those guys. So I don't see why we think this is something that hasn't been done.
I don't think he's doing himself any favors. I just really don't. And look, there are people who are going to point out every little thing about Aaron Glenn because they never wanted the guy in the first place and they don't believe in him and they want him to go one and done. That's not where I am. I don't want Aaron Glenn to be one and done. I want Aaron Glenn to be the guy to figure it out over the next 10 games so we don't have to have a franchise legend tainted with an 0-17 record and being one and done. I don't want to see him be Gerard Mayo. I don't want to see him be who was it? Culley with the Texans who went one and done, and Lovie Smith the next year went one and done. But point being, Jim Tom Sula. I don't want to have to see Aaron Glenn go through that, but all I'm saying is like these mind games, dude, is just completely unnecessary and looks absolutely ridiculous when you're 0-7 and deciding between a 36-year-old Tyrod Taylor or a broken Justin Fields. Those are your two options, man. You're not fooling anybody. Cincinnati's not sitting there shaking in their boots going, oh my God, I hope we don't have to face Tyrod Taylor this week after a second half where he completed less than 50% of his passes and threw 2 picks. Or, oh my God, I hope we really don't have to go against broken Justin Fields, who's refusing to run or refusing to pull the trigger on any pass and is just going to sit back and take 7+ sacks and have like 15 net passing yards in his last 6 quarters. Those are the options we're talking about. Or a undrafted free agent, Brady Cook, a rookie who is an undrafted free agent that hasn't taken a snap yet in the NFL, if you want to toss him in the mix too. What are we doing? Like, again, just completely unnecessary, man. Think you know football? Then try to turn your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. Easy. Just download the Sleeper app, pick more or less on your favorite players. With more stats than any other daily fantasy app, just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from pregame or live. Pick more or less from the predicted stats that they give, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money if your picks win. Use my promo code O'Leary, and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And they got a new offer right now, a free $20 no deposit required promo. Terms and conditions apply. This isn't setting up for, wow, Aaron Glenn. Look at this, man. Everyone thought he was going to go Justin Fields, and Tyrod Taylor's out there this week, and he outdueled Joe Flacco, and the Jets won 31-27. That's not what this is setting up for. This is, I'm not telling you who our quarterback is just to go out there and score 10 points this week and lose 27-10. That's what this is setting up for. I mean, look at it. The Jets the last 2 weeks on offense with a mix of both Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor have put up 11 points and 6 points. And 2 of those came from the defense. Everything else, field goals. They have 15 points worth of field goals and a safety over their last 2 games. They haven't scored a touchdown in multiple weeks. And we're playing mind games over which one of the bad quarterback options are going to start this week. It doesn't help him. It's not doing anything to help him. He's, again, just going out there and making himself look overly stubborn for no reason. If you're 5-2, okay, maybe you have the benefit of the doubt of acting like a jerk at the podium, but you don't get that when you're 0-7 and acting like the smartest guy in the room. It just comes across as extremely tone deaf. That's all I'm saying, is it comes across as extremely tone deaf. And how is there not one person in the Jets PR staff who's going, Aaron, you might not want to get up there and be an asshole today. We're 0-7. I don't know if you checked the standings, and you're choosing between Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields. Just pick out of a hat, honestly. You're better off just closing your eyes, go doing an old swisheroo in a hat. You pull out a name and say, that's who our starting quarterback's going to be. You don't have to do this whole song and dance at the podium for no reason. Even if you just go up there and you want to play like a halfway in between. Okay, fine. Let's do the halfway in between. Hey, the players know what the plan is for Sunday. The team's aware of who the starting quarterback's going to be. We're going to keep it at that for now. I don't want to say. I don't want to tell you. I don't have to tell you. Over and over and over again. Is this us against the world mentality? That's just, it's BS. It's fabricated. It doesn't have to be this way. He's making it be this way. And once again, I want to reiterate, I like Aaron Glenn. I want Aaron Glenn to work out. I'm not ripping Aaron Glenn every single week from week 1. I think perspectives change as the course of the season goes on. Went from, hey, we're 2-3 games in, let's give it a minute, to when you lose the way that you do against Miami, and then against Dallas, and then against Denver, and then against Carolina. It takes its toll. And unfortunately, it looks like it's getting worse, not improving. And I'm still hoping for that we see the improvement from this team over the final 10 games. It's not trending that way right now. I'm not saying that, just have the blind faith. I'm saying I hope he proves me, right to the extent that he's, deserves a second year. But man, none of that is guaranteed right now because unfortunately, it just feels like an absolute mess. And I hate that it feels like an absolute mess. That'll do it for me, guys. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.